Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Salatu wassalam ala Rasulillah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Honored guests, esteemed dignitaries, and cherished members of the Muslim community, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. As we gather here today for the Majlis Ash-Shura annual fundraising, I'm filled with gratitude and profound sense of purpose. It has been 3 years long since we have not done a fundraiser because of certain reasons, mainly the pandemic that happened, and other pressing issues also. So despite that, the Majlis team has remained actively engaged in addressing the diverse needs of the Muslim community, especially since October 7th. So here we stand united in our commitment to the principles that define us as a community. It is not easy for us, however, to bypass in this event the stark reality of the ongoing genocide in Gaza that has taken approximately or more than 20,000 civilian lives. Most of them are children and women. So our hearts ache for our Palestinian brothers and sisters facing unimaginable hardship. In response, the Majlis has initiated a task force of individuals of different expertise with different groups so that they can really do what or plan what they should be able to plan and to rally the community for the purpose of alleviating the crisis that is going on for our Palestinian brothers and sisters in Gaza. We have been involved in organizing rallies with other partners, writing letters to the president and to the politicians, college administrations, and labor unions. We also have called for political leaders and elected officials to call for ceasefire. And our position, by the way, our position as far as the politicians is concerned, is based mainly on their handling of our concerns. So we have the relationship with the politicians based on how they handle our concerns. So we have developed lists of asks designed to deliver very clear and measurable demands. And we have urged all politicians to call for an immediate ceasefire in Gaza. And we have made it clear that Muslims will not commit in supporting or endorsing any candidate that does not respond favorably to our asks. And we have also called for the religious and interfaith community as people of God to support the call for ceasefire, to save lives and allow humanitarian agencies to provide support for the Palestinians of Gaza. In addition, we have asked the interfaith community to join us in signing on a statement that demands the respect and the condemning of the discretion of religious symbols and sites. Our most groundbreaking achievement as Majlis Ash-Shura is the partnership with the DOE for the Halal certification program, which we have so far certified approximately 100 schools. Now that 100 schools serve halal lunch or halal food for Muslim students. And that is done not because we serve or we want them to serve halal food only, but we want to make sure that they recognize that there is a Muslim community among the students whom they should be respecting, whether in halal food or also in practicing their faith while in school. Our advocacy and community empowerment initiatives extend to organizing voter registration, and we believe that the Muslim community, and this is what we ask, and I'm asking from everyone, to take this with you to wherever you live and make sure that you expand it to your neighborhood and community. The Muslim community will be able to make changes once we are able or once we decide to vote. Once we register to vote, that is the only time we as Muslim community are recognized on the map or on the political map. Otherwise, we will not be recognized and our voice will still not be heard. So our mission as Muslim community for now, for this year, for this time of period, that everyone who is eligible to register to vote should register to vote. There is no excuse. There is no way that we say, I don't want to vote, or I don't want to do this, or I don't want to do that. As long as you are able to register to vote, you register to vote. When the time for voting comes, you have to go out and vote. So we are making the campaign to register people to vote. And we are trying to make sure that the 1.5 million of the Muslims who are here in New York are registered to vote. The Majlis Ash-Shura, in addition to its certificate, halal certificate program, we also have the chaplaincy, where the chaplains, the Muslim chaplains, are endorsed in anywhere in New York State by Majlis Ash-Shura. Those chaplains, they make sure that halal food is served in the prisons and that the inmates are able to perform their religious obligations properly, respectfully, and on time. There are other programs that we have, and I don't want to be long on this. There are certain programs that we cherish, that we are planning to do, that we hope, inshallah, to make sure that they are happening. First, the re-entry program. And I hope that everyone understands what the re-entry program is. I'm not going to go into the detail of it, but the re-entry program is one of the most important programs that we want to achieve. Addressing also the drug and overdose and the issues of youth. And we'll have to make sure that our youth preserve their time, their health, their energy in the proper way, and they avoid being dragged or being pushed towards doing things that are not proper for our faith and proper for their health. We also advocate for a strong involvement, and please pay attention to this because it's also important. A strong involvement of the parents in the PTA and in the boards of schools, because the parents can make a big difference in the schools and in the agenda of schools. And this is very important for us as Muslim community to be a part of every PTA that is there and every board of schools that is there if outside New York City. It is a vital role for the parents to play it so that we make sure that our students are provided the proper curriculum and the proper academic and a proper teaching. Our Muslim community is blessed with an abundant resource or with abundant resources. And we recognize that these resources must be used for the prosperity of our community. We want to see a Muslim board of schools. We want to see a chamber of commerce, a Muslim chamber of commerce. We want to see a Muslim food bank. We want to see shelters, training centers, colleges. All those should flourish under one entity. That entity is a coalition of Muslim organizations that the Majlis Ash-Shura should be part of that coalition. We want to make sure that the Muslims are united, not under the umbrella of Majlis Ash-Shura, but the Majlis should bring all Muslim organizations together, whether they are part of the Majlis, not part of the Majlis, but we call for a unified voice, a unified effort, and a unified way of planning, so that we plan together and we achieve together, we walk and we talk and we apply the talk with the walk, inshallah. At last, while we are embarking on this annual fundraising, let us remember that our contributions tonight is not or are not financial. They are investments in the future of our Muslim community, in the future of our youth, in the future of the society in general. The Muslim community is not living for itself and should not. We should not think only about ourselves. We think about the society. We think about the nation. We think about the world. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.